Hi guys, it's Rob here and picking up where we left off in the last tutorial. So the interface of Flash, it contains the panels we use, especially properties, library, timeline, stage, tools, layers, etc. Merge drawing mode versus object drawing mode. Well, merge drawing mode draws objects that all merge into a single object, and to replicate this effect with individual objects, you do modify combine objects union. Now, object drawing mode draws objects, each of which remain a separate drawing object. Now, if you want to convert these objects, a merge object, into single objects, you would do modify break apart or command B. Now, the timeline includes the keyframes, frames, frame rate, and layers, right? And some key tools here that you're going to want to know, we'll go over a few of them. The free transform tool, which is useful for scale tweening and changing the center of rotation. Know the select and subselect tools, the pen tool, the text tool, the rectangle and oval tools, and if you're using these, you could hold shift to constrain for a perfect square or a circle. With the stage, it says properties such as color, size, and document class. Classic tweens, you could change the object's location or how we see it, but it doesn't fundamentally change the object itself. There's motion tweens, or motion tweens along the guided path, where the path snaps to a registration point. Scale tween, color effect tween, shape tween, color tween, motion editor. We didn't focus on this, so it's not included. Now, that was specifically for my class back in spring 2014. I'm not too sure if you guys are going to cover it, so keep that in mind. Library, symbol class linkage, know that. Symbols, so graphics, a graphic, button, or a movie clip. Right now, a button we didn't really cover. Right now, we did cover the code for a clickable button. But you do have here, a graphic is just like a static graphic or static picture. A movie clip is an animation. So it's just important to denote these two things. Why did Flash separate these two? Well, we could make static objects movie clips, but a movie clip would take up more space. So instead of making Flash do all these extra processes for something that's not even animated, we could just put it in as a graphic. And that's only for static or non-moving objects. Now, you need to know about instances of movie clips and graphic symbols. And as you can see, I'm not teaching you the entire thing. Some of this stuff you kind of have to Google, look up on your own, or know from notes in the class. But I want to give you a general overview, okay, and sort of give you the key points as to what you should be focusing on for this examination. Now, for ActionScript 3, you should know ActionScript classes and the document class. Imports, you should know what flash.display.movieClip imports. Why do we need to import flash.events.mouseEvent or flash.events.keyboardEvent? This is for when we use mouse events, right? This is for when we use keyboard events, right? We want to extend the movie clip class if we're going to be creating an animation. We have this is for keyboard events, which I think I already said that. Flash events.event, right? So that's another subset. That's another set of events. Flash.events.star, which is the shortcut for all event imports, and flash.ui.keyboard, which is optional. So you should know why do we use these, which ones are applicable where. You want to know types, including the basics, so int, number, etc. And user-defined types, which are the movie clips. And if you don't know what that means, you could look back up a few pages back where I went over this. This is all that means. That start page isn't a type in Flash. It's like a custom type for us, right? It's what we've defined as a class, right? As a movie clip, and it's of this type. So we've defined that as a symbol or a movie clip, and we're now making a variable of that type. So scrolling back down, know your variables, know symbols versus instances. Right, so symbols, that's the graphic that's when it's in the library. An instance is a specific instance of that thing, that symbol, on the stage itself. So you might have 5 cars, all from the same car symbol, that look exactly alike, but they're car 1, car 2, car 3, car 4, and car 5, each of which is affected differently by the code, etc. That, they all have different properties. Now, that's about it for this tutorial, but please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you.